Hello and welcome back to the Nine Man channel, and today we'll be doing a let's play but talking about the sniffer instead of just rambled nonsense. So let's get on to sniffer things. It's not only really the sniffer, it's tails and trails altogether. It's kind of all a problem for, like, in my opinion, multiplayer long-term survival worlds that are going to last more than 2 weeks, which seems to be the norm now, which I don't get. Maybe Mojang are trying to project people moving over to 2 week worlds and their player base going really high on updates and then really low afterwards. But like, some of the issues I have, right, is the first of all, the percentage of finding new chunks with a wall motion is going to be difficult. But then when you find this wall motion, to get the ocean ruins, right, wall motion ruins, you only have 6.7% chance of getting the sniffer, which is incredibly low. It should be a lot higher. But if you want to breed them, you have to get 2 of them. So then you have to open even more chunks. While you're opening all these chunks for some mob that gets you some useless flower, which actually has no use to a world in any way, in my opinion. You open more chunks, your world gets bigger, so then the bigger your world, the more chance of corruption. You do not want to lose all your time played on that world over some dumb mob. And another thing Tails and Trails adds, which is a problem, is armour trims. Yes, they're cool in concept, but the percentage of getting armour trims is just so low that like most of them is just like a waste of time, a waste of chunks. When like later updates most likely are going to be better than some armor trim. Oh, look at me! I got some armor trim with like 0.01% chance, but I've opened 2,000 chunks. It just doesn't, like, it's just a waste in my opinion. I feel like Mojang are not supporting maybe longer term worlds now. That it's like kind of they're supporting the worlds that are just there for like all the supposed 2 week Minecraft phase players. They're not supporting the people that like me that put hours and hours and hours into making these worlds, making them a long term thing, make them prosper. But nah, they're like, oh no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock this content behind new chunks, and we're gonna make it a really low percent chance of getting it. I just don't understand it, right? It makes no sense to me. The whole mob vote of the sniffer was just, it's so obvious they wanted you to pick the sniffer. That you had the tough golem, which was literally a walking item frame. Why the hell would you want that? And the rascal. I can't even remember what the rascal did. What did the rascal do? I think he gave you an iron pickaxe if you caught him. An iron pickaxe. What use? Like, this just reinforces my fact, or my not fact, my opinion, that maybe they want more 2 week worlds that happen every year instead of long-term worlds. Because what on earth am I gonna do with an iron pickaxe when I have full netherite gear, full maxed out armor? What the hell am I gonna do with that? It just doesn't make sense. Like, most of these updates aren't, like, I use some of the stuff for like 2 minutes and then that's it. It's just pointless. I like the pink tree, the cherry blossom tree. Yeah, I guess that was cool. But I think that's the only thing I've used multiple times. Yes, I have armor on my armor trims, but that's because I went into a copy of the world. I looked for certain structures because I didn't want to waste actual chunks in my actual world. So I just created a copy, searched for the structures, and then went and got them in my actual world through the nether, saving overall chunks for actual better updates. Well, yes, people are like, oh my god, this update's so good. It's not good. Well, it is good, but it's not good because what they're adding doesn't benefit long-term worlds, in my opinion. It's just there for 5 minutes of fame, so then they can get their player base up, and maybe, like, the things that would benefit more is if they sort out villagers, but not to the way they're doing that. That's a whole separate video. I have no idea what they're doing to the villagers. So that's just that's a joke. But the sniffer and what it represents is not the way to go. Camels, another thing. You have to open new chunks to find a new desert village. Why can't they just spawn in deserts? Why can't they not spawn in any deserts? Frogs were the exact same. Why did they have to spawn in new swamps or new deserts? Why can't they just spawn anywhere? Like, surely it can't be that big of a change that you have to open new chunks for a horse that can hold 2 people, which they've nerfed horses. I have no idea why. The Java parity is a bit of a joke. As well. That should be a separate video. So many videos are being created in this one video. It's incredible. But like, it's just most of it. I cannot see actual players of this game using. Like, yeah, you look at the Instagram comments. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm getting a pink tree. But like, these guys most likely are gonna play their world for 2 weeks and then that's it. They'll play it. They'll have their mini Minecraft phase, and then the people that maybe play the game for a very long period of time, like my world's been going for 2 years, 3 years next February. I grab the pink tree, I stick it on a mountain or whatever, and be like, oh, look at this pink tree, and then I don't use it again. What do I use in this world? I use woods. They're maybe not pink because it looks a bit random. I use the old wood that's been in the game for like years. I use concrete. They practically all but removed gravel through 1.18. They removed the gravel mountains. Why did they do that? They're practically impossible to find now because of the new mountains. I'm getting a bit off topic. I'm talking about the 1.20 update, not flipping 1.18. But like, they're all just not. They're not long-term survival friendly, in my opinion. They're just all 2 week. Oh, I'm gonna play it for 2 weeks and then what? Play it again, because like that's what the content is, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some people in a long-term world will like make all these magical buildings out of pink woods, but like for me, it's just like it's a bit of a waste of time. I would rather a graphical update. That would be cool. I could play with that for hours and hours and hours, because it would be. Finally, the Series X or the PlayStation 5 will get the graphics it deserves. But no, we're getting some sniffer that is, what's the percentage? 6.7, but then you have to find 2 of them to breed them. And what I get, torch flower, it doesn't even emit light. It's called a torch flower, and you don't emit light from that. How does that even make sense? Why call it a torch flower if it's not going to emit light? When I found that out in experimental gameplay, I was actually baffled. I was like, why on earth, if they added a flower into the game called torch flower and it doesn't emit light? That is baffling. Like, call it anything else, but you go, you know what, we're gonna call it torch flower. Make it emit light. I'm sure it'll take you about 4 seconds. It'll probably take you even less time than that. I get you have to, like, cater to multiple, like, basically Minecraft is at this point like got multiple genres of video games in it at this point, because you got like the 20 minute or 2 week players that like are Minecraft like once a year, and then you've got the long term people that they seem to be fubbing off a little bit. I don't know why. But they seem to with these updates, they just seem to be fubbing off their long-term players, which is not good. Mojang, please change that. Maybe add gravel mountains back. I'm sure somebody will have a totally different opinion to me, with their nostalgia baiting nonsense. This is not what this channel is going to be. I do not need. Today we're going to be talking about how Minecraft used to be good, and then all they just talk about is just absolute nostalgia baiting. That's all it is. I'm spitting facts. You opening the armour trims cause way too much chunks to be opened, so then you can't save chunks to like, I don't know, like have for future updates, and then yeah, that's it. Like then the world gets bigger, then more chance of corruption, and then more chance that you have to start over again because your world is so large that because you've been looking for some rare armor trim or some rare mob, and that's it. I think I'm done for my waffle today, so thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.